Jacob, you're absolutely right. If there's one way of distilling this scandal, one of the biggest scandals our country has seen in recent years, down to a root cause, it is that there was countless instances when the authorities, people with powers, people who owed duties of care to these vulnerable children, police officers, social workers, teachers, counsellors, and many, many more who knew about what was happening, were told by the victims themselves about these heinous crimes, and they turned a blind eye because they were scared of being accused of being called racist. They were scared of causing tension to community relations. They were scared of rocking the boat. And this seems to be a prevalent feature in this scandal. It's an injustice and disgusting.
Now, we were in office for a long time whilst this was going on. Now it's Labour's responsibility. But it's not really party political, is it? It is a cultural thing that the British establishment, for want of a better term, absorbed political correctness, thought that multiculturalism was axiomatically a good thing, and therefore didn't want to point out that white girls were being raped, molested, tortured by primarily people from a Pakistani community.
Yes, exactly that. And what we've seen is a squeamishness and an institutional fear, an institutional cowardice, as I would call it, to tell the truth. And officials and professionals covered up, abuse. They covered up most horrendous exploitation because they didn't want to put their heads above the parapet, and they didn't want to expose themselves to the claims of racism. And it's a symptom of the failure of multiculturalism. It's a symptom of wholesale professional failure. And it's a gross example of where political correctness has actually caused horrendous pain and suffering to thousands of young girls.